Afternoon, everybody. I want to thank Miss Morgan Crocker Spawnable for this selfie stick. Now you can view me from the bird's eye view. Anyhow, and I started doing the read the Bible in a year thing. And so now I'm at Genesis chapter 4, and one of the things that stood out for me in Genesis chapter 4, okay, sorry about that. So in Genesis chapter 4, God talks to Cain, and he tells Cain, I got it. He tells Cain that he had more regard, or he talks to Cain because Cain's countenance had dropped, and he was kind of, his whole spirit had kind of gone down, and he was not in a good spirit. And so God said to him, why is your countenance fallen? And when he asked him that, he says, look, when your countenance has fallen, it means the enemy's at your door. And if you've done right, then you shouldn't have a bad countenance. And really, Cain hadn't done anything wrong. It was more just the fact that he let himself get down. And he was upset about a situation that really wasn't that big of a deal. We want to have favor from God, but if God favors my brother and it's more than he's favored me, I'm not going to get mad at my brother or be frustrated with my brother. I'm okay with that, and I'm not going to let my countenance fall. And so I wanted to kind of touch on that. God says if your countenance is falling, that means sin is crouching at your door. Well, that's kind of interesting, because if sin is crouching because you have a low countenance, then what does that mean when you let yourself get down about things? We all tend to do that, right? We all let ourselves get down about things. Maybe we're down about how we're being treated at work, or we're down about how things are happening in our family. Lord knows at the holidays, you can get your countenance down, right? Just being around family too much. And there's other things too. I mean, we let our countenance get down for stupid things, like how much money's in our account, or we let our countenance get down for how someone spoke to us that day. Who cares about those things? But here's the interesting thing that God warns us. If our countenance is taken down, if we let our countenance drop, if we let our spirit get low, the enemy loves to take advantage in that one area. And so the question is, if you have no reason to let your countenance drop or to get low, then don't do it. Because in those moments, the enemy loves to jump in and try to convince you of terrible things. It tries to make you not only believe terrible things, but to do terrible things. And to take it a step further, what happens to Cain after God tells him that? What's the first thing he does? He goes to his brother and he kills him. That's pretty dramatic. That's a big jump from kind of feeling low to, I'm going to take my brother out, you know? I want you to think about that when you get low. You're letting the enemy get into a door that you don't even realize you opened. Is that really what you want to do with your life? Do you want to open up doors where the enemy can get in? And is it really wise to let yourself be so affected by such small things? That's kind of what God gave me this afternoon, this evening. But I want you, as you walk through the rest of your day, to think about those things that you let you get low. And if you have some of those things in your life right now, ask God to take them from you. And before I get photobombed, I'm going to put him in the photo with the trash pile that Helen gets mad at me about. But I do want you guys to think about that. I want you to think about, are you letting things get on you that really shouldn't be that heavy? And if so, let God have it and let it go. You don't want the enemy crouching at your door. That's what I got today, guys. Love y'all. God bless.